Two killings in 2 days in Punjab. One at the Sanctum Sanctorum of the Golden Temple, another at a village Gurudwara in Kapurthala district. Both men were killed for alleged sacrilege attempts. What exactly happened?
The first incident took place in the evening on Saturday. It was Saturdays tend to be very busy at the Golden Temple. This is one place where not only the locals visit Golden Temple, but a lot of people from outside, a lot of tourists also make their way to the Golden Temple, and weekends tend to be very crowded. Also, another thing is that the proceedings are telecast live. There is a private channel which telecasts the evening prayers live around the globe. So it was then around 5:50, a youngster, they say he was around 22, early 20s. There is a railing around the Sanctum Sanctorum, and that is where Guru Granth Sahib is placed. And the priest was doing the evening prayers. They are called Reras. And this boy came and he scaled the railing, he jumped across the railing and he ran towards the Guru Granth Sahib. And there was a kirpan kept, they call it Siri Sahib. So he lunged towards it. So this happened in a matter of seconds. So there are sevadars around. There are only two people inside the Sanctum Sanctorum. So one of them got up and then more people came in and they took hold of him, they grabbed hold of him and they took him up. So after that, he was taken to a room in the Golden Temple premises. There are offices there as well. It's a large area. And from there, he came out. They brought him out in a wheelchair. He was tied to a wheelchair, and he was taken to the SGPC office. Shiromani Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee controls the Gurudwaras. So they took him to the office, and a lot of people followed them. And some of them also sat in dharna, large number of devotees sat in dharna, demanding the custody of this youth. And before we know, somebody from the office came out with the body and they placed the body outside. They covered the body and placed it outside. So that is what transpired. The CCTV footage shows that this man entered the premises in the morning around 9. He entered the Golden Temple. He went to the Langar hall. That is where you get Langar. So probably he had his meal there. Then 11 o'clock, he came inside. He paid his obeisance at the Sanctum Sanctorum and he left. After that, he came again at 2, a little past 2. And he left. And it was the third time he was coming into the temple when this incident took place. So it's very unfortunate. What happened is extremely unfortunate because the police were there in plain clothes. So we are told the police interrogated him and the SGPC says they interrogated him. Now, in an official statement, they have said that he was, in the melee, in the crush of people and the public anger, etc., that he died because of the blows he suffered at the hands of devotees. So that is the official line SGPC president has taken. Nobody has come forward to claim the body. They have taken the biometrics and they are trying to figure out his identity. Nothing was found on him, no cell phone, no iCard, no identity at all, no identity proof at all. It happened in a village called Nizampur. Early morning around 4 o'clock, the Gurudwara manager, it's a shrine, it's a small little shrine. He said that he found this man who he claimed had come from Delhi and he had disrespected the Nishan Sahib. Nishan Sahib is a religious symbol. It is, all Gurudwaras have it installed outside. So he said he found him disrespecting the Nishan Sahib. Then he woke up other people in the shrine and they locked him in a room. And subsequently, the news spread. They called the police. The locals came. There were some local leaders, etc., who came in. and the crowd swelled. They got very angry. It turned into a mob. Then the police say they were refusing to hand over the man to them, and there was some altercation with the police, with the cops as well. So while the police was trying to get hold of him, somebody stabbed. The police are now saying that it could have been, his motive could have been theft. They have not been able to establish sacrilege. They say it's an allegation. The Gurdwara manager, of course, says he saw something untoward. But both the incidents are very unfortunate. The politicians cutting across the party lines are very reticent on this issue. So whosoever we called up to ask about the lynching, firstly, everybody, be it Akali Dal, Congress, BJP, AAP, everybody criticized the desecration, the attempted sacrilege. So that was criticized by everyone. They took to the Twitter, they released statements saying that it's caused them grievous hurt. In fact, RSS General Secretary also released a statement saying that it's a very unfortunate incident, and Guru Granth Sahib is a treasure, not just for the Sikhs, but for all the Indians. And what has happened has hurt everyone's feelings. And we should get to the bottom of the conspiracy as to why it happened. So but unfortunately, nobody has said anything on the lynchings. The focus remains on the sacrilege or attempted sacrilege. This is also because it's a very emotive subject. It's a very emotive issue in Punjab. The first time sacrilege hit the headlines was in 2015. So the torn pages of Guru Granth Sahib, who is considered a living guru, were found outside a shrine in Bargadi village in Faridpur. That happened in October 2015. So there was widespread outrage across Punjab. And in one of the protests, 2 people were killed in police firing. But you see, 2 commissions were formed, set up, one by the previous Akali Dal BJP government, one by the Congress government, but nobody was able to get to the bottom of the issue. So there was no closure. And that sacrilege was followed by several other incidents. So according to SGPC, as well as the Akal Takht Jathedar, who released a statement on Saturday, so he claimed that 400 such incidents have taken place in all these years. And unfortunately, there has been no conclusive action against anyone. DGP, in fact, is on record. DGP Siddharth Chattopadhyay, he's gone on record to say that there seems to be, we can't say for sure, but this is disturbing, the sudden rise in these incidents, and one after the other. Because, even on the night, on the intervening night of Saturday and Sunday, some people tried to break into a Gurudwara in Batala. So a case has been registered there as well. So all of a sudden, we are seeing a spurt in these incidents. It's the timing which is which makes it very suspect, because we are just weeks away from the elections. I was talking to this farmer union leader. BKU Ugrahan is the largest farm union in Punjab. So he's claiming that, look, this is a sajish, he calls it, a conspiracy to deflect people, to deflect the voters, the people from the main issues that Punjab is facing. And all of a sudden the focus is on religion now, which was not the case earlier. It's rather out of character. And I'm sure this is the first such lynching in the Golden Temple. Even otherwise, all these cases which happened in the past also, people get hold of whoever has done it and they hand him over to the police. So there is not this culture of vigilantism or mobs lynching people. There's no mobocracy as such in Punjab. It's very out of character.